got an update on Doggy. If you weren't checking this out yesterday on Sunday late afternoon, I took Doggy for a walk on the beach, and he got attacked viciously by a dog that was at least 40 pounds heavier than him. A giant, gnarly, ugly dog. When they first started going at it, and honestly, it was a one-sided fight. Doggy was like, "What the hell? I'm just looking for my ball." I threw this tennis ball. This dog came out of nowhere. I didn't even think there was a dog in that area. I really thought it was a pot-bellied pig as a pet. So Doggy got savagely attacked. It sucked, and I got belly bumped out of the situation. I'll put all this on. Probably the next episode of the Opie Radio podcast, in case you missed the whole story. And then I got involved. I'm trying to push this giant dog off my dog, and then the owner's getting mad, saying, "Get off my dog!" And I'm yelling, "He's killing him," because at that point he had a death grip around his neck. And then we finally pried the dog off my dog. He was bit all over the place. Then a guy comes around, and I'm in his face, and he's basically telling me to leave, walk away. And then I'm not walking away because I'm really, really mad, and I want to stick up for my dog. And then he proceeded to belly bump me out of the situation. So that's what happened. And then on the way back to our house, it was way down the beach. I'm thinking, Doggy, he's pretty shook, but he seems all right, And then all of a sudden the bleeding started on the left back leg. And I'm here to say the update is that he's doing much better. The bleeding has finally stopped. He's a little skittish. He's definitely back to normal. He's running around the beach, chasing his tennis ball. I think I'm still freaked out. I think my wife and my kids are still freaked out because he's bleeding pretty good. There's a puncture wound from this dog. And, the vet said, watch it, keep it clean. He also noticed that, there was some bruising, just a little bruising around his throat. And that his one eye looked a little swollen. And then there was some other superficial bite crap all around the dog. So the update is really simple. I don't want to oversell it. Doggy's doing much better. And I'm still furious, especially by the part where I was belly bumped out of the situation. Was it Club Soda Kenny? No, it wasn't Club Soda Kenny. It wasn't. Hey, I just wanted to talk to Bill. What? I just wanted to talk to Bill. Drop that vet bill off at the D-Bags place. Man, I'm going to have another conversation with that guy. I just couldn't believe, I've had another day to think about it. I couldn't believe that they just didn't give a crap. And I talked to some other people out here. And they're like, they didn't give a crap because they're used to their dog attacking other dogs. So to them, it's no big deal. And also to them, they absolutely, I have to say it, they have the dominant dog. So they know their dog isn't going to get hurt in any scuffle with another dog on this beach. That's why they didn't give a crap. This dog was big and gnarly. Nothing worse than when you have to commit and go, you know what? And I hear the same crap everybody else hears that has a dog. They're like, you should never get in the middle of two dogs fighting. Man, there is a guy, he still lives here. I don't see him that much, but there's a guy who lives down the beach. He told me a horrific story where a pit bull killed another dog right in front of this lady somewhere in Brooklyn. And I never forgot that story. Like all of a sudden it was a dog fight, And all of a sudden, I guess you're not supposed to get in between the two dogs. And next thing you know, this poor lady's dog was dead on the sidewalk in Brooklyn. This guy told me that story pretty much after meeting him because our dogs were playing. And I never forgot that. So I'm like, okay, there are times when your dog scuffles with another dog. You understand. All right, he's going to get beat up a little bit, but no big deal. And then other times, you just know that you got to get involved and you got to jump in the middle of that crap. And you got to risk getting a decent bite or your flesh being ripped off your body. Because I was watching The thing I'm having a really tough time with, even though Doggy's completely normal now, I wouldn't say completely. He's skittish, but he doesn't seem like he's that bad anymore. I saw that he was in deep trouble. He was yelping really bad. He couldn't move. He was trying to move his neck. So I'm thinking he's going to break his neck trying to get this giant dog off him. And I knew I had to jump in. And if that meant getting a bite, then so be it. So be it. And then, like I said, I think it was yesterday. This will all be on the Opie Radio podcast. I'll put the story on there. But basically, when I was walking away, his final shot was, "No dog is worth getting stitches." I'm like, of course it. Yeah. I mean, there are people out there that a dog is just a thing. Unfortunately, I think I was sort of thinking that when we got our dog, but then you realize, oh my God, I got to protect this damn thing just like I would my wife and my kids. No dog is worth stitches. You got to be kidding me. So the update is Doggy's doing much better. A little skittish, but he's eating. He's running around. He's chasing his dumb tennis ball. He's obsessed with his tennis ball on the beach. But very, very, very clingy. Very, very clingy. He's sleeping at the bottom of my wife's feet right now. He was out here with me, but he said, "Screw it" with the rain, and he went back upstairs. Is Doggy feeling any better? Yeah, Stooge 420. He's good. He'll be all right. The puncture wound to his leg is brutal, man. That dog had a grip on that. When the other owner finally was like, "All right, I guess I got to deal with this." Yeah, I think you do. Could you like pry his jaw off my dog's back leg, please? And I saw the flesh being pulled, and I'm like, oh my God, any second he's gonna pull flesh. And then I talked to Chris, aka Fish Guy Photos, who knows a little something about dogs. His wife is, I think I can say it. His wife's a pretty serious trainer, and she competes in all sorts of dog competitions. She's a great woman. I like having pints with her every once in a while. While Chris is too busy doing his geek talks. Too much information, I know. He's basically saying, yeah, you got to worry about muscle damage and stuff when the bite's that dramatic and the puncture wound is that dramatic. So, but everything seems pretty good. I think he was an a-hole, Mike O'Donnell. I think he was an a-hole for the simple fact he didn't give a crap. It was pretty significant. My dog's been in some scraps. And some of the scraps, you're like annoyed, but you're like, it's, the dog doing what a dog's supposed to do. You just deal with it. You're like, But this one was significant. And yeah, I'm still livid because of how they handled it. They didn't give a crap. All right. It was my dog and a dog I was dog sitting. Oh, damn. I want to hear the whole story. Sadist. Why don't you write it out? I'll read your whole damn story. A dog isn't worth getting stitches. No one who has ever owned a dog. I think you're right, Tom Burke. That was the weirdest thing. That was his closing line because he had to get one more shot in. It wasn't good enough that I got belly bumped by the other guy because he was annoyed that I was like, kind of confronting everybody. It was me, and I don't know. It's a blur now, but it was at least 10 people. At least. I would have fought all of them. Sure, I would have fought all of them. But the belly bump was significant. And then I'm like, at that point I had a good grip on Doggy, and I'm thinking, man, now I'll be honest with you. I was mad that I had no choice and I had to walk away because my dog was hurt pretty good. And I want to confront these guys some more. If it led to like a real confrontation, then so what are you gonna do? I was red hot. So what But then I'm thinking if I confront these guys even more, they might be a-holes because they already showed they were a-holes, and they might just let their dog loose again. And at that point, my dog doesn't have a chance. So I had to walk away. You know how bad that is when you have to walk away? Ugh. Even if you belly bounced me into the sand where you couldn't see my body anymore, it would have been worth it to me to, to keep confronting, but I had to walk away. Ugh, I hate that.